just about it. But we do have some other persons I'd like to identify as president. We have Mr. Larry Griffith. Mr. Griffith is here with us. We have also Harlan Kelly, Assistant General Manager, San Francisco Public Utilities Commission, junior partner to our keynote speaker today. I saw Dr. Veronica Honeycutt with Community College, San Francisco Community College, as well as Kim Srimofis, member of the Board of Education. Dr. Toria Moses is with us. Commissioner Linda Richardson is with us also. One of the things that is significant, I mentioned that Reverend Dyson was the first woman ordained in the Baptist Church in San Francisco in 1982. It's also very significant that this year, and we should also be aware that this and Third Baptist Church will all be celebrating their 160th anniversary this year. These churches were established 2 years after San Francisco became a state. And we have Reverend Bird from First ME Design. Reverend Bird, thank you for joining us today. The other thing I'd like to speak briefly on is the fact that we celebrate Black History Month annually. Black History Month was started under the auspices of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, and it was designed as a period where we really highlighted the contributions and the role African Americans have played in society in general and the world at large. Recently, there was a movie in the I only have to do the justice that he would have done to introducing our keynote speaker today. But I would say that in your programs, we have a brief biography of our keynote speaker for today, Naomi Kelly. And you can read that at your leisure about her background. Suffice it to say that Ms. Kelly is an extraordinary woman of great contribution to the city and county of San Francisco in her administrative capacity. We had the pleasure of working with her and then the city administrator, Ed Lee, when the society was engaged in working to have the city adopt a slavery disclosure ordinance, which the Board of Supervisors did adopt and is on the book. That ordinance requires certain entities that do business with the city to disclose whether they had their origins historically in any way related to the slave trade. We worked very closely with Ms. Kelly in that regard, and the skill and expertise and commitment she brought to that challenge was unswerving in terms of its implementation. We at the Board of Supervisors last week, we were there when the announcement, when she was before committee with regard to her nomination to become the next city administrator. And I got up and made a few comments, and somebody got up after me, and I said to myself after that person spoke, I wish I had said what he said, because what he said was we talked about the fact that Naomi Kelly, hopefully next Tuesday, will be approved by the Board of Supervisors to become the first African-American, first woman city administrator. We all hope for that, but not just because she's the first African-American, not just because she's a woman, but because she is absolutely by far the best person to do that job. And our experience with her. And as evidence of the wisdom and great insight of the San Francisco African American Historical and Cultural Society, we invited her to be our keynote speaker before she was nominated, so we knew what was coming down. And on that, we'd like to welcome, to further introduce our keynote speaker, Mayor Ed Lee.
Welcome to City Hall.
Yeah.
And welcome to our Black History Month in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I just want to, first of all, begin by announcing some special guests here. People who are going to take my job one of these days, briefly. And these are our students from Charles Drew Preparatory School.
All right. Yeah.
It's my honor to join all of you today to kick off this very important event of 2012 Black History Month in our wonderful city, a city for the 100%. Everybody gets to live in our city and live for dignity.
All right.
That's what I'm going to be doing in all of my years, making sure everybody can be here. I'm pleased to be part of this celebration. Recognize it celebrates the spirit of our African-American experience, the contributions that everyone has made to our great city to make sure it is a diverse city. That is why I moved here. That is why you moved here. That is why so many of our friends and family decided they would make their mark here in our city because of our diversity. And this year's theme can be no less important. Black women in American history and culture.
That's right.
Absolutely. And it's particularly poignant that it highlights African-American women's experiences through their patriotism, through their labor, their leadership, motherhood, intellect, and artistic expression. All of us, regardless of our ethnic origin or socioeconomic background, have benefited from the contributions of these women. And in the American culture, many know of the historical accomplishments of some of the African-American women. Phyllis Wheatley, Revolutionary War American patriot. Harriet Tubman, leader of Underground Railroad. Ida Wells, the unyielding opponent to lynching. Rosa Parks, of course, the mother of the modern civil rights movement, and on and on. Gwendolyn Brooks, Toni Morrison, Rita Dove, wonderful, distinguished novelists and writers. Well, despite all of these accomplishments, these wonderful examples, we still have a ways to go.
Amen.
We still have a long ways to go. As the author back some 30 years ago to have helped our Human Rights Commission write the unfinished agenda, we have a ways to go.
Yep.
That's why I look at the audience and I see a lot of people that's going to help us get there.
Yeah.
Our Board of Supervisors are here, our other elected officials, our treasurer is here, members from all the other communities are here because it's not just something that the African-American community can do. A Chinese person can help with the unfinished agenda. A Latino person can help. A Korean person can help. A gay person can help. Everyone can help accomplish the unfinished agenda for everyone. I often talk about partnerships. We have to partner with our African-American community to get things done. And that will be really the only correct way to get things done, is that partnership. So when I make announcements and when the Board of Supervisors and we pass legislation, we are always going to do it with a commitment in our minds that there's a partnership with our African-American community to get things done in the city. Whether I'm talking about jobs, and we got to partner on jobs, when I'm talking about creating a housing trust fund, when I'm talking about Hope SF, when I'm talking about anything that is of any innovation or anything that fulfills a historic promise that this city made to our African-American community, we have to partner with our African-American youth, with our African-American parents, with our African-American communities, with our African-American owned businesses. All of that has to be done together. And I will commit to you, this is not, to me, just a celebration, although very important to recognize. But it is an ongoing way that we do business and think and live in the city. We live in partnerships. We live to help each other and lift each other up. I get that opportunity as the first Asian mayor. Now it's my turn to help lift up the African American community and find talent where it is and create hope where it should be and make sure we're all safe at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
At this time, I want to, in partnership, ask our supervisor, Malia Cohen, to come up and share with me this proclamation presentation. Come on up, Malia. I'm going to present a well-deserving proclamation that proclaims this Black History Month, but we're giving it to somebody that I've always held in great esteem, had a chance to work with him on understanding better the history, but also even engaging with him on research that we did a few years ago to discover and uncover where those banks across the country who used to engage in slavery, what are they doing to help us with people who had suffered for so many years and the generations, to create new programs and fund them. So with this recognition, and I join this with our city administrator as well, to present the proclamation to Mr. Al Williams declaring this Black History Month in San Francisco. Waiting for, and for me, pretty special. We have a keynote speaker today, but she's not only just a speaker, she's someone that I think exemplifies with this community and all the other communities will set about to make history in this city for many, many generations to come. She's dedicated, public servant, obviously a personal friend and someone who's had deep roots in our community, and also my nominee for city administrator of the city and county of San Francisco. Please welcome your keynote speaker, Naomi Kelly.